Okay, what were you saying about your children and music?
My what?
Your children?
No,
they play
no, I got a little granddaughter. She lives in Westerville. They say she might be interested. She likes to draw. She may become an artist. Okay. But no, there's nobody in our family. I think the little girl likes to sing. She didn't make it this time. My daughter was going to come. She was here last year and the year before, but they're not here today. No, none of them was in music. Now, I do have a first cousin by the name of Mary. She married a male. She was a Mary Clifford. Now, she does sing at funerals, stuff like that. But that's the only one in our family that I ever knew that was interested in music.
I noticed a question here. I'm going to ask you and see if you know the answer to this. Have you ever heard anything about Poke Patch or Payne's Crossing?
How's that?
Poke Patch or Payne's Crossing?
No.
Never heard of that? Okay. Well, Henry, is there anything else you'd like to share?
Well,
anything else about your family?
Well,
or you?
There's not much, but I can tell you this. You probably already know this. Young Aquila, which was the son of the original Aquila. You heard the thing about it, kids going to school, didn't you? Well, you already know that story. No. That's the only thing. I don't have anything to add to it, no.
Okay.
The Letts built a lot of houses over in that area. And when my great-grandfather built the house, he made it out of brick. And he made his own brick. Brick was made right off of the farm. Wow. And it was a beautiful house. You should have seen it. The coal company tore it down.
Wow.
And they had the well dug, walled the well up. A well was an awful deep well. In fact, one of my grandfather's sisters fell in the well. And they found sand in her hair. And they got her out of the well. They said, they were excited, how are we going to get her out of here? Well, she said, go get that rope. Let it down here and I'll climb up the rope. And she climbed up it, but it fractured her skull. And the doctors said, the time will come when we could lift that off of her head. But at this time, it can't be done. And she died and never was lifted. She had to she never growed anymore. She was 11 years old. She never growed again.
When did she die?
Oh, she died in the early 1900s, but she fell in the well back in the 1800s. Her name was Nora Lett. And that's about it that I knew of.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Henry.
Well, I know the stuff I told you was boring.
Oh, no, it wasn't.
No, but I just, that's the only thing I knew. Yeah.
I'm a family historian for my family, and so I love listening to all this information.
But there's one thing I would tell anybody. My dad let time pass him by. Mm-hmm. Now, of course, it's like me. I can't go to a computer. Mm-hmm. My dad couldn't leave horses and go to a car. Mm-hmm. And that's the worst mistake he ever made. You have to keep up with the times. I tried to type a few years ago, but it was too late. Yeah, too late. It was too big a problem for me. But if I could have done it when I was a young man, I'm sure I could have done. Never tried anything but what I couldn't do. But it's like these computers. They're a little bit above my realm.
I was going to ask you if you use computers.
No, my wife wants to get one. She's 76. And she says she still wants to get one.
Okay.
But I would tell any of the young people, keep up with the times.
Right.
And I say another thing, and I mean every word of it. The old have to die. They hold back progress. And that includes me. If they don't die, they'll hold the other people back. And this, I'll tell you this, they went to the moon. I told my dad they're going to the moon. Said they'll never make it. I said, and my dad was a highly intelligent man. He wrote articles in the paper. He knew the judge by his first name. He even went to the judge's house and visited him. Now, this was a rural county, understand. Sheriff used to come up and visit him, not for political reason. He just knew him. and he fit into the community. One of these rare individuals, if he was among city blacks, he fit right in. He's among country blacks, he fit in. He was among all Caucasian. If the sun went down, you wouldn't know he wasn't a Caucasian. I'm just saying he fit into everything. They ain't going to the moon. I said, yeah, Dad, they're going. Next time I went down, Dad, what do you think now? You know what he said? Oh, that was out in the West. They pulled a trick on you. I said, Dad, you're kidding me. You don't think they went to the moon? He said, no, they didn't make it.
So he didn't believe it.
Time had passed him by.
Yeah.
And I keep telling my grandchildren and children, don't let time pass you by. Because once it's gone, it's gone.
It's gone. Good advice.
Yeah.
Good advice.
Like my dad, and you've heard this, my dad used to say this. There was a little rhyme. Went by a cemetery and was on a man's tombstone. O stranger, pause as you pass by, as you are now, so once was I. As I am now, soon you shall be. Follow, soon you shall be. Prepare for death and follow me. Some nut come along with a piece of paint and put a blow it. How could I rest in heart's content until I know which way you went?
Thank you so much. That's a wonderful.
Well, I talk too much, and that comes from me being in the rural place. Us rural people all talked too much. Yeah, we did, you know, and there was nothing to do but visit one another.
So you all.
And till I was 20, people would visit you, stay till 12 o'clock midnight. Next week, you went to their place.
And stayed till 12 o'clock.
And you talked again. And the little fellas let the old people talk. They didn't butt in. Wasn't allowed to, unless they addressed you. And when you got married, they had a bell and beat on the side of your house with boards and rung bells. And then they went in, you had to treat them, pass the candy out. See, them things is dead, but my dad, he still lived in that world. But he could look at a tree. You give him the circumference of a tree. Tell him what the circumference was, how tall it was, how big around it was. You could measure it. He cut it down and measured it. He would tell you exactly, unless it was wind shaking. He'd tell you exactly how many feet of lumber was in there. And I've seen it tried. You saw it. He had a logbook. Now, you had to go by his logbook. For see, he hauled lumber and stuff to the mill. He was highly intelligent, but he still lived in 1889.
Wow.
He'd get up and give a speech. He'd come to the reunion, he'd always give a speech. But he still lived in that 18, he'd go over that old story 40 years ago, he knew it by heart. He'd get up at the reunion and repeat it, go over the whole 10, 12 verses. He knew it by heart, but he was still living in the 1800s. And if I ever told anybody anything, don't get lost in the past.
Those stories from the past are wonderful stories.
Yeah, but you can't live in
But I
it.
know
You can't live in it.
in the past.
No, sir.
Right.
There's one thing, and I tell my kid, there's no key. You cannot turn back the clock and to sit around. That's what I always tell any of the blacks. You sit around and talk about slavery. It's gone. And now we have to enjoy. See, when I was a kid, there was nobody that give the news was black. Nobody that was in these public offices was black. It's changed now. A lot of your announcers. That does something to self-esteem
Right.
to the young black people. And I'll tell you, an up-and-coming man is this Barack Obama. You ever hear of him?
Who's that?
Barack Obama.
Oh.
He's the only United States senator that is of the black race. I'll tell you one thing, that is a highly intelligent man. He gave the speech for the Democrat convention. I didn't hear it, but I've heard him give many speeches. I've heard him give interviews. He gave the best interview. He sold his book. Everybody would come up lots of times and say, how are you? Shake hand. He'd always say, how are you? What kind of work do you do? Glad to meet you. He is a man, puts you in the mind, presidential material. Now, we know he's not going to be president, but they are talking him up to run for vice president someday. Remember that name, Barack
Right.
Obama. Did any of y'all ever hear of him?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
from Indiana, I think.
Right,
He is a highly intelligent man, and I'm not saying it because he's a black man.
right.
He's just,
Well, Henry, we don't want you to miss your meal over here.
how's that?
We don't want you to miss your meal.
Oh, I already eat here.